He is in the Middletown Auto Wreckers race car. 55, Mike Shane out of Hamlin, Pennsylvania. Mike Shane is in the Unicast Bullies Truck Stop 55. The 93X is Craig Mitchell out of Poughkeepsie. He is in the Goosetown Communications 93X. And the Quaker Shaker, the 7 of Rick Laubach out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Dimension Overhead Doors, number 7L. And the Quality Forestry Management, number 28, Michael Troutshold. He's out of Roscoe, New York. That'll be the first half of heat number 1. 6 cars. We'll do another 6 cars. That will be heat number 1. 12 cars. We'll have 6 qualifying heats tonight for the Short Track Super Series Modifieds. 12, 12, 12, 12, and 11 in the last one. 12 in every heat, but heat 6 will have 11. A spectacular turnout, 71 modifieds for the Short Track Super Series Hard Clay finale here at Orange County Fair Speedway. Here we go. Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. Again, the timing of the warm-ups will determine the starting lineup for their qualifying heat race.
See there that Craig Mitchell, Hollywood Craig Mitchell, originally out of Wappinger Falls, New York, regularly here at Orange County, came in with the best lap time at 21:035. Mike Troutshold, the Quality Forestry Management car, was second. Scooby Laubach was third.
2 cars will be inverted on the lineup. That will be the redraw cars. Everybody else will drop in heads up according to their time. The next 6 out will be the 35, Mike Mahaney. Mike is in the Adirondack Auto, Huddig Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, number 35. Jimmy Spellman, driving car number 28. He is in the Mike Sparta Trucking. Evers Auto, number 28. Jimmy Spellman is out of Butler, New Jersey. Stuart Friesen out of Sprakers, New York, and the Hallmar International, number 44. Jeff Quackenbush out of Vernon, New York, in the Blake Equipment, number 53. Francois Belmar from Three Rivers, Quebec. He drives in the Genic Belmar Excavation, number 35. And the 98, Kevin Ward out of Hyde Park, New York. Kevin Ward driving the number 98. He is sponsored by Premier Auto Body and Bulldog Concrete. Kevin Ward in the number 98. These will make up the final drivers for qualifying heat number 1 of 6 tonight here at Orange County Fair Speedway. Best lap right now, 21:035 by Craig Hollywood Mitchell, regular here at the Orange County Fair Speedway. Again, the overall fastest time out of any of the drivers in these Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps will get the ATL Racing Fuel Cell Hot Lap Hero. Drivers racing for their starting spots in tonight's 93X Craig Mitchell and the 28 Mike Troutshold are the fastest. Mitchell turning a lap at 21:035. 21:035 for the 93X of Craig Hollywood Mitchell. First half of heat number 2 coming trackside. We'll find the number 33 of Willis Mann. Willis Mann out of Goshen, New York. Also driving in the Izzy Trucking and Rigging Camp Out Incorporated, number 26, the Ringo's Rocket. New Egypt track champion Ryan Godown. Also out there in the Escape Power Sports 4V from Port Jervis, New York, it's Billy V, Bailey Van Inwigen. Driving out of Pine Bush, New York. He is in the 555. Will be Leo Fotopoulos. Leo's in the Home Pro Exterior. Leo's Landscaping, number 555. And driving out of Garnerville, New York, he's in the Schultz Ford 21M. That's big brother Bob McGannon. Bob McGannon's in the 21. He'll be the first half of heat race number 2. Also coming out will be Zach Vavrika. He's out of Middletown, hometown driver in the number 78. Zach Vavrika in the 78. His sponsor is Tire Discount Center and Auto Alignment World. Zach Vavrika in the 78. First half of heat race number 2. Short Track Super Series Modified Hot Laps. And Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps here tonight at the Orange County Fair Speedway. A River Valley Builders North region. Again, you might notice the Modifieds running the sail panels. That is different from normal here at Orange County. And that is something that the Short Track Super Series utilizes for all North region events. We did not do that for the South region. South region is the standard modified bodies like you would see here at Orange County on a normal basis, and we'll see for Eastern States modified competition. All right, that'll complete the second half of heat number 1. That is the second half of heat number 1. So again, the 93 Craig Mitchell, 21.035. Now the first half of heat number 2 coming out. Heat number 1, A and B, 12 cars again in that heat race. Heat number 2 moving out. That'll be the first half. Go down in the 26 coming out. Triple 5 of Leo Fotopoulos, 21, and of big brother Bob McGannon. 78 of Zach Vavrika. Looks like Billy V is reported not going to be able to make it. Billy V not answering the call. And I don't see the 33 of Willis Mann on the track either. Here we go, first half of heat 2. All right, so far, Ryan, go down 21. 21.494. 21.494 for the 26 of Ryan Godown. Second half of heat race number 2 rolling out. The 4 will be Anthony Perego. Anthony's been a track champion here at the Orange County Fair Speedway in the Bobby Henschel Advanced Concrete number 4. Also rolling out, driving in the 21L, will be John Lutz. John Lutz in the 21L. John is out of Altamont, New York. Also moving out on the Speedway now, driving in the Wilcox Paving and Construction. Paving and Sealing in the Wilcox Construction, number 84Y, Alex Jankowski, the Honda Speedway champion out of Covington Township. Driving in the Academy Transmission, 84, Mel Schrufer from Bloomingburg, New York. Driving car number 5 from right here nearby Napanock, New York, is Tyler Johnston. Tyler Johnston driving car number 5. And also out there driving out of New Gretna, New Jersey, the Mancini Custom Home 7M, is Paul Mancini. Paul, a feature winner this year at the Bridgeport Motorsports Park. So we are underway with the second half of group number 2 for heat number 2. John Lutz out there, the JCL Home Improvements. Doug's Truck Services, number 21L. Mel Schrufer has been around a number of years here on the Orange County scene in the 84. Schrufer in the Academy Transmission Tri-State Hardwood Flooring, number 84. Well, we got somebody breaking into the 22nd bracket now. Anthony Perego and Alex Jankowski have both bested Ryan Godown's time. Perego turning a quick lap at 20.730.
Well, of course, Perego was a multi-time track champion here at the legendary House of Power in both small block and big block modifieds. Had himself a year of dual track championships, both in a big block and a small block, all in the same season. So that's a feat that's rarely held by only about 3 other drivers here at the Speedway.
All right, Group 3A, the first half of heat race number 3 moving out. A young man out of Schnecksville, Pennsylvania. He's got some laps at this racetrack, driving in the Prime Design Landscapes at Emsky Trucking, number 27, Tanner Van Doren. And driving car number 94, he's in the Deep Roots Construction race car out of Poughkeepsie, Joey Coppola. Also out there, driving car number 97T will be Danny Tyler. Danny Tyler, he is in the 97T. Danny out of Cottikill, New York, former Accord track champion. Also out there, driving out of Middletown, the 27M is Jared Miller. We also have the 25 from Middletown, New York. He is in the MJK Construct Maintenance. Sunglass Central 25, Mike Kolka. And driving in the 20B from Goshen, that's Joey Bonetti. Those are the cars scheduled for the first half of heat race number 3. Here tonight, Danny Tyler and the Foster's Coach House GKM Masonry and Construction, Baroni Scrap Metal number 97T. We're ready to get some more hot laps here. The Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. Again, will determine the starting lineup for the individual heat races. Again, they're timing against their own heat race group. They drew for what heat race they will be in tonight at the trailer when they signed up for competition tonight.
Jared Miller motoring down the straightaway right now in that Jay's Pool Service 27 car, regular Orange County, just like Benetti is, and Mikey Kolka, the 25 car. He's a tax map specialist over here for the County of Orange. Been racing a long time here at Orange County. Coppola, also regular runner. Jankowski, Kid Rocket. Always a fast qualifier, no matter where he races at. Van Doren, of course, turned in a lot of good nights here at Orange County over the last 5 or 6 years as well. Here's Coppola in the 94 car.
$29.39 so far for TVD Tanner Van Doren. $29.39. He will hold the top spot for now. The first half of heat race group number 3 going out. Second half of heat number 3 will find the number 220. He is from Middletown, a hometown driver here. That is the Pools Plus Troyer Dirt Cars 220 of John Ferrier. Also out there, out of Guilderland, New York, he drives in the S&S Asphalt Paving. Family Electric number 9, Mark Johnson. Driving out of Port Jervis, New York. He will be driving in the United Petroleum Service. Tompkins Cove number 716, Corey Lowett. Driving out of Pipersville, Pennsylvania. He is in the Craig and Leslie Pondish CNS Equipment. Short Load Concrete. Banks Tree Service 6B, Danny Buck. Also out there, driving out of Wawarsing, New York, driving in the number 22. That is Billy Fiske. Billy in the Loose Screw Racing Crom Trucking number 22. And the final car out of this group, out of Goshen, driving in the Shoebox Sod Farm, number 15M, Daniel Morgevitz. Daniel Morgevitz. The final 6 cars for heat race number 3 of 6 tonight here during Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. Quite a field, Tim.
Yeah, beautiful field, of course, for modifieds and for sportsmen. Borgevich is out there in that Shoebox Sod Farm, number 15. See him coming out of our screen right now. Longtime campaigner here at Middletown. Also an off-season campaigner in the indoor race series as well. Runs the slingshot cars for the indoor series. Always carries that number 15 name with him. That's Morgevich down the back straightaway out of Goshen, New York.
A lot of Orange County drivers in the field tonight. We've got a lot of short track Super Series regulars and some other people that just want to come and race, as you said, during the big series this year.
Part of the history.
Yes, indeed.
Big night for sportsmen also here at the Speedway, because this is their Eastern States qualifying action here tonight in conjunction with the short track Super Series events. So we'll take the top 6 fastest cars out of time trials coming up in a little while from now. They will be locked in for the big feature tomorrow night, the 50-lap championship. Spots number 7, 8, 9 are already guaranteed for the best of the top 3 sportsmen that ran the big series here throughout the 2024 campaigns. We already got 3 cars in the lineup for the 50-lap Eastern States race tomorrow night. The rest will all come out of tonight's qualifying rounds.
Yes, indeed. A lot of action tonight for the sportsmen, plus a full short track Super Series show. All right, so TVD, Tanner Van Doren, and Daniel Morgevitz, the top 2. And the timing sessions, they'll be flipped around for the starting lineup, but TVD Tanner Van Doren, 20.939 in the running for the Hot Lap Hero tonight. So far, Anthony Perego with the quickest lap. All right, group number 4A. The first 6 drivers that'll be coming out for heat number 4. Coming up next, they will feature the driver of car number 7, Michael Savia. Michael in the TO Pro. Riders seal coating number 7. He is out of Easton, Connecticut. Also out there, another hometown driver, not too far away, out of Milford, Pennsylvania. He cut his teeth racing here in the Sportsman, now in the Modifieds, the Tire Discount Center. Hitchcock's Hardscapes 4A, Josh Allen. Also coming out will be out of Wurtsboro. Driving in the 16X will be Danny Creedon. Danny Creedon out of Wurtsboro, New York. Danny's Innovative Capital Corporation, Accurate Collision of Pompano Beach, Florida, sponsoring his car. Charlie Loadice out of Otisville, New York. He is in the 5L. Charlie Loadice in the number 5. Also coming out in this one will be the 88 of Tyler Jazombowski. Tyler is out of Middletown, New York. In the 88T, the Steve Dodd Plumbing and Heating number 88. And the 66P, Sean Mandel out of Marlboro, Connecticut. Sean Mandel in the WDS Cedar Hill Ranch, number 66P. Those are the first half of heat race number 4.
Sean Mandel, always a fixture at Eastern States weekend here at the Speedway. Drove a Ford-powered car for many a years. Only made one appearance here each year. That was, of course, for Eastern States. And the police officer, law enforcement officer, if I'm not mistaken, from up here in the state of Connecticut. 16 of Creedon in our screen right now. If you're following us at home on FloRacing, Creedon, always a good appearance here at the Orange County Speedway, where he cut his teeth in racing.
We got somebody turned around on the racetrack, bringing out the caution during this hot lap session, the Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. Charlie Lowedice in the Westar Mechanical number 5L.
Now, young Charles Lowedice, he's been a regular here at the Speedway, too, for a long time. Westar Mechanical's been a sponsor on the side of many cars. Tony Monaco Landscaping also co-sponsoring Lowedice's racing efforts here this weekend. And Charles been around for about 5 or 6 seasons now.
Sean Mandel was the car in trouble. He gets back underway, so we'll refire this group.
It's no relation to Howie.
Correct.
Right, okay. Got to make that correct. Got to make that distinction. Hey, you never know.
All right. Back underway with Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. A lot more cars on pit lane here to go. Heat number 4, then heat 5, heat 6. Following Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps, which have already been completed for the sportsmen, and we're in the process of doing it for the modifieds, will be sportsman time trials. And Tim is already giving you a little preview of that. He'll be explaining that more, but all sportsmen qualifying for Eastern States will be done tonight. The only thing won't be run tonight will be the feature. That'll be part of tomorrow's activities here at the fairgrounds. Right now, well, I was just going to say Charlie Lowedice was quickest, but his good buddy Danny Creedon just beat his time in 4A. Creedon turning a lap at 21.623. Tyler Jazabowski, Michael Savia, Josh Allen so far. The first half of Group 4.
Charles Lowedice coming in with a good time. The 5L car, second fastest, just got bumped out of that by bad boy Danny Creedon out of Wurtsboro.
Danny's been a track champion at several different speedways in his career. Accord, Thunder Mountain, this year at Penn Can. So he has spread his talents over his career at different tracks. He's been a regular here at times in his career as well. Second half of heat number 4, moving trackside. Mike Engwer out of Valley Falls, New York in the 22E. Next car to roll out on the Speedway. Mike in the Volt Service and Inspections, Proline Power number 22. Also coming out, driving out of Ravenna, New York, in the number 43, that is Keith Flack. Keith Flack out of Ravenna in the 43. The Gould Erector sponsored race car. From Bohemia, New York, driver was second in points at the Bridgeport Motorsports Park and just won the recent Danny Serrano big weekend activity modified feature. Driving the Northeastern Office Equipment, Pollock Farm 6D, Dylan Stoyer. Dylan needs no introduction here at Orange County. Driving out of St. Catharines, Ontario, the Barron's Performance Warehouse Rapid Tire Panel Fast 3 is Money Matt Williamson. Driving out of Hurley, New York, in the number 19 is Jackie Brown Jr. He's in the Grosso Enterprises, Gatos Auto Body, number 19. And driving out of Johnstown, the former Fonda Speedway champion, in the Jason Simmons Racing 98 is the Flying Squirrel, Rocky Warner. Rocky Warner in the number 98. Rocky was one of the ones that just made his way into the gate at the last minute in the lengthy line to get into tonight's racing program.
Yeah, it was definitely lengthy, that's for sure.
Good to see the Flying Squirrel here at Orange County. Regular at the Utica Fonda. Well, no surprise already as the quick lap so far.
Glad to see he had a great season at Bridgeport this year. Of course, he made a long travel from Bohemia, New York, all the way down there to Swedesboro every Saturday night. 2 impressive wins, and of course just got nudged out of the championship by a handful of points. But
Yeah, for being a first-year regular at the track, ending up
much.
second in points was a pretty stout season and 3 wins, including the big end of the season, big race for near the end of the season, near the Danny Serrano weekend race for Dylan. Of course, he's had some wins here at Orange County as well, so that was the first. That was the second half. So Dylan Stoyer edging out Danny Creedon. Stoyer, Williamson, and Warner were all faster than Creedon. Stoyer 21.032, 21.032. Dylan Stoyer the quickest in group number 4 for Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. All right, heat number 5. This is the first half. Driving the Frank Stevens Roofing Interstate Batteries number 83 out of Cornwall is Kevin Stevens. Also out there in the Mags RS number 93 out of Fonda, New York is Danny Varon. Also coming out of Queensland, Brisbane, Australia. Driving in the Ryder Racing number 21A, it's Batman, the track champion here this year, Peter Britton in the 21A. Driving out of Branchburg, New Jersey, he's in Izzy Trucking and Rigging, Joy Auto Parts. Premio Foods 24, Sammy March Jr. Driving out of Warwick, New York in the 1J, Matt Janiak. And driving out of Savannah, New York, he's a former champion here and a current point leader in the River Valley Builders North Region standings. And the Hurlock Ultimate Speed Westmoreland Golf Club, Gibble House family. Elmo's Pit Stop 9S is Super Matt Shepard.
Shepard coming into our screen right now. That Hurlock Ultimate Speed number 9 car. Coming off a banner season as well across the Northeast.
He was the track champion once again at Utica Rome Speedway this season. Last year's River Valley Builders North Region, New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region, and Ollie's Elite Series champion on the Short Track Super Series. This year currently leading in the River Valley Builders North Region and the Ollie's overall championship chase. Not in the lead, but he's in the top 5 in the New Jersey Quality Drywall South Region standings.
Came in with the best lap time that time around, 20.98. Well, make it 8.59 second time around for Super Matt Shepard. Batman Peter Britton right behind him. The Sangria Slingshot, we call him here at Middletown.
Okay. He comes up as the champion in the big series this year and never, of course, was a regular, but he always showed up for Eastern State, so obviously he kept some good notes. All right, here we go. Second half of heat race number 5 for Hot Laps. We'll find the kid's kid out of Frenchtown, New Jersey, the one. He's the Bridgeport Motorsports Park champion. That's Billy Pouch Jr. He's in the Shackleton Auto and Truck Parts, Marvel's Welding and Heavy Truck Repair, Pioneer Pole Buildings, number 1. Driving out of Saratoga Springs, New York, in the Ollie's Bargain Outlet, Emmerich Associates 02, the Ginger Ninja, Jack Lehner. And we also have the driver out of Masonville, New York. He's driving in the number 21. That is Sean Walker. Sean, a former Thunder Mountain track champion. He is in the Doig Excavating Buzzy's Bluestone, number 21. Driving out of East Greenbush, New York. He is in the Godgart Motorsports Killer Crate Racing Products, number 97, Bobby Hackle, the 4th. We've got the driver out of Bethel, New York. He is a former Short Track Super Series Sportsman champion, the 20C, Charlie Hendrickson. Also a former champion at the Afton Motorsports Park. And also coming out there, driving out of Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. He's in Harry's U Pull at number 44, the veteran Frank Cozy. Frank Cozy, of course, a 2-time Eastern States 200 winner here at the Orange County Fair Speedway. He's out in the second half of heat number 5. Penske Racing Shocks Hot Laps continuing here for the big block, small block modifieds for the Bob Wilbur Sportswear Short Track Super Series, fueled by Sunoco. Ginger Ninja Jack Lehner out there in the Ollie's Bargain Outlet, Emmerich Associates 02. Top 5 in Fonda points this year. Runner-up in the Fonda 200. The last point race on the River Valley Builders North Region. Of course, the last River Valley Builders North Region event was the Short Track Super National. This year held at Utica Rome Speedway. That was a non-point race back on September the 28th. And And the last point race was September 14th at the Fonda 200. And Matt Shepard won, and Jack Lehner got the runner-up spot.
Well, there's the kid's kid, the Billy Pouch Jr. Cozy, been around a long time. Always a head turner here at Orange County. Had a unique groove, a unique outside line driving style, especially for Eastern States. 68 years old. You know, we've been watching Frank Cozy for a long time.
Yes, we have, and enjoying every minute of it.
Hackle with the Killer Crate 97.
Bobby Hackle, 20.084. He was faster than Shepard.
Yeah, Lehner came home with a 20.997. Pouch was fourth at 21.48.
That was 20.804 for Hackle. He bested Shepard's time.
Wow.
So Bobby Hackle, the fourth, 20.804. He and Shepard are the two quickest, so they'll flip-flop the front row. So Bobby Hackle throwing himself into the running for the ATL Fuel Cells Hot Lap Heroes. Still Anthony Perego at 27.30. All right, heat race number 6, Group A. Coming out on the Speedway, driving out of Bloomingburg, New York in the 1A, Ty Sherlock. Ty Sherlock in the 1A. Also out there out of Hopewell, New York in the number 44X. That is the Third Shot Mafia Empire Fuel entry of Shane Jablanca. Driving in the Comfort Experts 26R from Otisville, Corey Cormier, another former Short Track Super Series Sportsman champion. Driving out of Montgomery, New York in the number 19 Junior is Roger Henyon Jr. He is in the Falanga Trucking sponsored race car. Driving out of Newburgh, New York, the Handsome Double Catering. Number 97 is Cody Higbee. He is the Thunder Mountain Track champion this year. And out of Cunningham Lake, New York, driving in the 280, Justin Holland. He's in the Mobile Metals, number 280, Justin Holland.
Holland coming out our screen right there, the 280 car. Third generation of Racing Hollands with the Orange County Fair Speedway. Cody Higbee, a Handsome Devil Catering and Barbecue, number 97 car, just floating out of turn number 2.
Okay.
Cormier Motors by the Comfort Expert Seating and Cooling, number 26 car. Also cutting his teeth here at Orange County, back at the beginning of his career.
Well, after the first half of Heat 6, it's the how do you say that?
That's the Hurricane.
Hurricane,
Yeah,
Shane Jablanca.
Jablanca.
Cody Higbee.
Not for long.
Cody Higbee, I think, might have just beat him there. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Higbee came in with a 21.466. And Shane Jablanca at a 21.720. So definitely Cody Higbee upset his time with a 21.466.
Yep, 21.466 for Cody.
Yeah.
Thunder Mountain Track champion this year. All right, second half of Heat Group number 6, the final part of Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. Driving the 1D out of Wallkill, New York. That is Tyler Dipple. Tyler Dipple in the 1. And also out there driving out of Thompson Ridge, New York in the TAD Construction 15S is Dylan Smith. Driving out of Johnstown, New York, he's in the 21C, Brian Calabrese. Brian Calabrese. He is in the Welch Motorsports, Ella Mason Contractor 21C. Driving out of Phelps, New York, he is in the Shackleton Auto and Truck Parts, Lane's Yamaha, Sunrise Spray Foam Insulation 27J, The Doctor. He's been a former champion here at Orange County, Danny Johnson. And another driver who has had a storied history here at Orange County in the Liberty Rock Crushing. Number 24 out of Paulding, New York, that is Chris Schultz. Those are the drivers that make up the second half of Heat Race number 6, and this will complete Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps for the Modifieds. Set this lineup for Heat Race number 6, and we'll find out who our ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero will be. Following this will be our sportsman time trials. And qualifying will begin for the OCFS Sportsman for Eastern States weekend.
Yeah, Chris Schultz motoring down there. And the Liberty Rock Crushing 24. Brian Calabrese is going to be biased on the screen right there, the 21C car. Wow.
So Danny Johnson, second quickest, moving up to second, but Cody Higby holds on to the top spot, 21.466. So Cody will flip-flop with Danny Johnson in the front row. So 21.466 for Cody Higby in heat race number 6. 20.804 for Cody Higby, Danny Johnson, the top two from group number 6. So what was Shepard in that? So Shepard was in group number. But I thought he was on the screen.
He was in the one before that.
Anyway, Parade goes the quickest. Anthony's quickest, right? So our ATL Racing Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero will be the driver out of Group 2, Heat 2, Anthony Parego at 20.730. 20.730. Anthony Parego will be your ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero. And again, thanks to Penske Racing Shocks. The first on-track laps of every short track Super Series Race Night Hot Laps presented by Penske Racing Shocks. Penske Racing Shocks, the industry leader in providing high-quality racing shocks for automotive vehicles, motorcycles, and off-road vehicles. Every single shock built, machined, and hand-built. No assembly lines, no stamped-out pieces, no offshore manufacturing. The personalized attention provided to every product sold provides the finest reliability, consistency, and performance. Learn more on the web at PenskeShocks.com, like Penske Racing Shocks on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps have been completed tonight. And Anthony Parego will be your ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero and get the $100 bonus. We're going to step aside on FloRacing for a commercial break. You're watching the Hard Clay Finale from the legendary Orange County Fair Speedway in Middletown, New York for the Bob Hilber Sportswear Short Track Super Series. 2 was Anthony Perego, who was the overall ATL Hot Lap hero. And Craig Hollywood Mitchell was in group number 1. So Hot Laps, Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps are completed. And our ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap hero is Anthony Perego. We'll be meeting up with him during Dirt Draft opening ceremonies. And again, thanks to ATL Fuel Cells, located in Ramsey, New Jersey. ATL Fuel Cells, from its humble beginnings in a small New Jersey shop to its now commanding multiple facilities that span 2 continents worldwide, has grown into a global household name within the motorsports, aerospace, marine, and defense industries. ATL, located on 45 Spear Road, Ramsey, New Jersey, on the web at atlinc.com. Give them a call at 201-825-1400. Email atlinc.com or like ATL Racing Fuel Cells on Facebook or Instagram. ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap Hero, part of Penske Racing Shock Hot Laps. A little track maintenance going on here before we get into Sportsman time trials, and that'll start qualifying tonight. That'll set the lineup for the Sportsman heat races. Modified heat race lineups have already been set during timed warm-ups. We'll have 6 heat races, and you'll probably have, I'm guessing, maybe 7?
Yeah, quite possibly. I would say with the higher roster number for the Sportsman than we did for the Modifieds. Sportsmen are lining up right now. Again, we'll have about 5 groups in A, and 5 more subgroups in B. Top 3 fastest out of Group A and top 3 fastest out of Group B are your top 6 starters for tomorrow night's 50-lap Eastern States Championship event for the Sportsmen. So, splitting there. Traditionally, you know, the Sportsmen are always a one-night attempt here at the Orange County Speedway for Eastern States, but it's great to have them break their nights a bit of 2 different nights as well, and certainly give us a full card of racing tonight for the first of 4 big nights worth of racing, all leading into the 63rd Annual Eastern States Racing Festival. Culminates on Sunday here at the Speedway. And of course, we welcome all those at FloRacing, bringing us into their homes tonight. They're probably just a tad bit warmer than we are.
Maybe. Maybe we can turn the AC off.
There's only a light layer of frost on the windows right now, so we usually wait till we have to scrape the windows, then we turn it down.
Okay. Hey, we'd like to say thanks to another sponsor on the Short Track Super Series. We again said thanks to Ollie's, our overall modified sponsor. River Valley Builders, our North Region modified sponsor. Quality Drywall, our modified South Region sponsor. And Madsen Overhead Door, our Sportsman North Region sponsor. Belmont's Garage, our title sponsor for the Sportsman South Region for the STSS. Belmont's Garage, founded in 1965 by Chick Belmont. Andy Belmont now serving as the Langhorne Business Manager. Belmont's Garage providing general auto and truck repair, servicing all brands of vehicles. Pennsylvania licensed RV and trailer inspection. Pennsylvania licensed motorcycle inspection. Serving as a certified emergency vehicle repair center. Belmont's Garage utilizing ASC certified technicians. Belmont's Garage located at 633 West Maple Avenue, Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at belmontsgarage.com or give them a call at 215-757-3813 or like Belmont's Garage on Facebook. Ollie's, River Valley Builders, New Jersey Quality Drywall, Belmont's Garage, and Madsen Overhead Doors are marketing partners and Point Fund sponsors presenting regional marketing partners for 2024 for the Short Track Super Series. We mentioned earlier tonight the North Region title will be decided tonight. The 2024 Bob Wilbur Sportswear Short Track Super Series, fueled by Sunoco River Valley Builders North Region $15,000 championship battle decided tonight at the Orange County Fair Speedway. The championship winning driver will get $15,000. Entering tonight's program, each driver with a worst finish on the series had his worst finish dropped, and the drivers with perfect attendance received 75 bonus points for perfect attendance. Tonight we will operate on the 150-point schedule instead of the 100-point schedule, making for a little bit more of an interesting evening. Entering the night, Matt Shepard with a 71-point lead over Stuart Friesen. Matt Shepard with 1,017. Stuart Friesen 946. Matt Williamson 850 in third. Anthony Perego 830 in fourth. Jack Lehner in fifth at 813. Sixth is Alex Jankowski at 739. Seventh, Mike Mahaney 718. Eighth, Mike Troutschel 584. Ninth, Francois Belmar at 521. And 10th, Mark Johnson at 498 points. That's the top 10 into the final point race for the River Valley Builders North Region tonight here at the Orange County Fair Speedway.
A couple of noteworthy other sponsorships that are coming into play for the sportsman portion of tonight's program. Pole Award, fastest car out here tonight, JP Adamski Trucking Company, $300, while Mike Carigliano's donating $200 for the outside Pole Award. Reed Logistics will be paying it at $50 per heat win in memory of his uncle, Ronnie Goodrich, the Ron Goodrich Memorial Heat Runs. And that looks to be about the bulk of tonight's portion of sportsman bonuses, in addition to what you folks have from Short Track Super Series.
All a great part of every program. Everybody who steps up puts forth some bonuses for our great drivers. We thank them one and all. Don't forget, every 2024 Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series Fueled by Sunoco event broadcast live on FloRacing, in addition to every Georgetown, Utica Rome, and Find the Speedway event. Dirt Track Digest TV remaining on board to handle production of every event, the same great quality you're accustomed to. Visit FloRacing.com to sign up today. One annual payment of $150 gives you access to the Short Track Super Series Fonda, Utica Rome, Georgetown, and a host of other series and facilities, including High Limit Racing, Lucas Oil Late Models, USAC, Port Royal, NASCAR, Wheel and Modified Tour, much, much more. Watch the races across all screens by downloading the Flow Sports app on iOS, Android, Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Chromecast. Flow Racing, come for the race and stay for the rush. Tim Pitts, I think we've got our first cars on the track for Sportsman Time Trials.
Very impressive group. Group A, subgroup number 1, Sportsman Time Trials. Anthony Vitale out there, the 1X out of Bloomingburg, the big old fuels car. Joey Conklin Jr., now sports a number 19 car. Brady Cordova motoring by, the Cordova Plumbing and Heating family, and the number 7 car. Paulie Hyde, the other 555 car out here tonight, is 555H. Then, of course, we talked about Joey Conklin Jr. How about his dad in the same qualifying run? Joe Conklin Sr., the J73. Kyle Smith back in the actually an M212 car. Justin Miller in the number 66M. Mark Schupp out of Tunkhannock in the 787 car. And Jeff Quackenbush in an open wheel sportsman here tonight. Of course, we were familiar with that name from CRSA racing back in the past here at Orange County. Quackenbush got the Blake Equipment number 53 car out here tonight. So that's the first group of time trials on the Speedway right now.
He's going to be busy. He's got his modified here as well.
Wow, cool. Hey, if you're here with us on the campus of the Orange County Speedway tonight, part of Eastern States Weekend, big part is the 50-50. Tickets are being sold right now throughout the entire campus. It's going to be 4 nights of banner 50-50 giveaways. Hey, if you see the gals come by, get out a couple of dollars and give them a holler. Get into the big fan giveaway here tonight. We know they're circulating throughout the grandstands, the backstretch drive-in, and the pit area. Going to be a big booty out here tonight for the 50-50, first of 4 nights. There's Vitale on the screen right now, the big old Fuels number 1 X car. White flag coming out this time, Brady Cordova. And the number 7 car, that Cordova Plumbing and Heating car. See that name on a couple of race cars here this Eastern States Weekend. There's Vitale. Checker flag getting set to fly this time by. Well, I guess they broke subgroup number 1 up in Group A into subgroup. Because here's Paul Hydes in the 555H car. Hyde coming down the straightaway right now. Joe Conklin, that's Joe Conklin Sr. in the J73, taking back his original number here at the Speedway as his son took on number 19. And the M car of Kyle Smith. If you look real close, it's actually an M212. We'll call him M for this. White flag coming out this time as Hyde motors by the Small Scale Speedway 555 sponsored mount. 23.284 has been the best time so far by Brady Cordova. 23.284, second lap time when the number 7 came by. Mark Schupp on your screen right now, the Valley Motor Sales number 782 car. The Fulton Well and Pump, number 66 of Justin Miller. So waiting for the entire group to come out, but only 2 cars have showed up and still part of subgroup number 1, Group A. Unlike the modified counterparts, we brought them all out at one time. Not quite sure why we're only letting 2 to 3 cars out at a time when we've got 9 cars per group. Well, either way, caution lights have been turned out. Mark Schupp back up to speed in that Valley Motor Sales number 782 car. Now Justin Miller, Fulton Well and Pump number 66 car. The last 2 cars actually from subgroup number 1 for the sportsman. Did not see Quackenbush come out at all though in that Blake Equipment number 53 car. So first lap times will be turned in right now. White flag coming out, 1 more lap around the 5/8 mile hard clay. Miller heading down the back straightaway. Miller came in at a 23.454, bested out over Mark Schupp's 23.544. Still Brady Cordova on top of that first group with a 23.284 lap time. $23.214 by Mark Schupp. 23.214 puts him on the top shelf. Bumps Cordova down in a notch number 2. Second group, Group A, 71 car. This is Eddie Owens. 22 car, Nicky Plumstead. 119 is Charles Weslowski Jr., the 7S car. Out of Westfield, Connecticut, Mike Sabia. The 6 car, Heat Man, Pat Mann, the United Petroleum number 6. Kevin Murphy, second generation driver here at the Speedway, now taking on his own number 21K. Willis Mann will be in the 33 car. Troy Arnold, the 73J. And Grant Hilfiger in 78, all part of subgroup number 2, 9 cars, but again, only 2 on the Speedway at this time. 22 of Plumstead and the 71 of Owens. Owens in the Eco Landscaping 71 car down the back straightaway right now. Will turn in his first lap time. Owens with a 24.006. Plumstead with a 24.894. Will not break into that top barrier, 23.284. So Charles Leslowski was the 119 car. Sabia now comes out of the Speedway, the West Fair Fish and Chips number 7 car. And of course, Sabia is one of 3 cars already locked into the 7th position, actually, for the 50-lap championship event for Eastern States tomorrow night. Mike Sabia was the winner, top point man in the Big Series this year, between all 3 Big Series races held here at the Speedway. Sabia was the fastest of all, came out of it with the first place in points, and that'll put him a guaranteed 7th starting spot. He could advance that now if he's top 6 in time trials. Top 3 from Group A, top 3 from Group B. So if he's one of the top 3 drivers in Group number A, it'll move him up out of that 7th guaranteed starting spot, up into the top 6. Pat Mann of the Speedway, the number 6 car. And that 21K car, Kevin Murphy. So 21.214 turned in by Mark Schupp. Fast time so far. Brady Cordova actually sits 2nd in line. Sabia 3rd in line right now. Sabia on the Speedway right now. In that number 7 car, the black number 7, the West Fair Fish and Chips sponsored mount. So Schupp and Cordova. Sabia now 3rd, which would actually, of course, advance himself up out of the 7th guaranteed starting spot that he has so far from being point champ of the Big Series here this year. If he can hold that 3rd spot, or even better, it would advance his time, but it would have paid him to come out here to take time trials. So top 3 from Group A, top 3 from Group B. Hilfiger on the racetrack right now. The Hilfiger contracting car from Canadensis, Pennsylvania. Nicknamed him the Professor a couple of seasons back when he made Orange County his home for the first time ever and immediately cracked a point championship in Sportsman that first season here. Willis Mann of the 33 car and Grant Hilfiger trying to wrap up group number 2, subgroup number 2 in Group A. We see Hilfiger on our screen right now in that 78 car. Man changing colors for this Eastern States weekend or for the 2024 campaign. Plain white, number 33 car. Checkered flag out for the, appears to possibly be the last 2 cars from subgroup number 2 in Group A. Troy Arnold's lap. Well, time not showing up yet on Race Monitor. Try to pick up on Hilfiger's time. Hilfiger had a lap time of 23.712. Still about a half a second off. Upseating Mark Schoop's 23.214. Mark Schoop, as we say it correctly. Subgroup number 3, Group A, the 95 is Cody Gardner. The number 20 car, Joe Kanoth. 95 car, Cody Gardner on the Speedway right now. Gardner, 25-year-old truck driver from Pokeway, that Quad County Environmental sponsor, number 95. Talk to you about Joe Kanoth. Got to say it right, Joe Kanoth. He does pronounce it with a K. 34-year-old school bus mechanic out of New Paltz, New York, in the RPH Automotive. Johnny Redner also on the Speedway. Third car, and he's should be a subgroup of 9, but only 3 come out at a time right now. Johnny Redner in that 27 car. JPM Truck Repair, sponsored number 27. Now nothing changing for the top 3 status. Still Schoop, Cordova, and Sabia top 3. Redner, his best lap time was a 24.416 in lap number 1. Actually, a tad bit slower for second lap, 25.459. Kanoth came in with a 25.154. So right now, you got to break yourselves way down into the low 23-second category. 116 car, Ronnie DeLeese on the Speedway right now. And Tyler Pete, Stein's Golden Retrievers, sponsor number 12 T car. Kid him, hope that's a product sponsor. The 112 car, Joey Menite. So DeLeese motoring by right now, 58-year-old truck driver from Schenectady, New York, the Timberline Cafe and Bakery, Ron's Hot Dogs, product sponsored car. That's actually his father. Ron DeLeese Jr., his dad owns a hot dog shop. Never go hungry. Lindy DeLeese family. Tyler Pete, regular campaigner here at Orange County.
Tyler did a little racing on the road this year. He ran at Utica Rome on Friday nights, picked up a couple feature wins, so he's broadening his horizons.
He was down to the 23-second category, 23.742. Menite, best time 24.362. Still more to go in subgroup number 3.
Just an amazing night tonight for the modifieds and the sportsmen, all the track regulars and all the invaders here tonight. It's just so cool to see.
You pretty much got 3 groups, of course, the STSS guys, the Orange County guys, and the outside invaders that sometime make an appearance only on Eastern States weekend. Some of these guys are making their first time ever appearance here at the Speedway.
Yep.
Joey Bruning's out there right now, the beautiful number 24 car, the Interstate Battery sponsor mount, regular here at Orange County.
One car getting a little assistance down there. Looks like the 17D.
That's Donnie Campbell, Green Olive Racing, number 17D. Need a little nudge.
Yeah, I think he stalled it coming out of the pit lane down there.
This is stupid.
Again, don't forget the STSS has their apparel available behind the grandstand. 2024 Tour T-shirts, 2 for $30. BDR Speed t-shirts, $20 each. So check out the STSS apparel behind the grandstand on the concourse.
Well, of course, always a must-buy purchase here in Eastern States Weekend is the Eastern States apparel. We got the hoodies down there, the t-shirts, and they are in limited supply. They will not be reproduced. So if you wait till Sunday, you're going to be out of luck.
And I've been tipped off that they are a little bit of a retro t-shirt.
I saw that.
1980s style bodies they have on the t-shirts from the 1980 t-shirts.
Does that mean only a 1980 style body could wear them?
Maybe.
It's still probably, when you think of it, the bulk of a racing public out here tonight. White flag on the Speedway right now. Joey Bruning, that beautiful Interstate Batteries number 24 car. Bruning, 23,604. Not too shabby, but still will not break himself down into that top 3 category. Donnie Campbell, he's up in the 26nd round. The Green Olive Racing number 4. Howie Finch the 3rd out of Blairstown, New Jersey. The Iceless number 4 car. It's iceless. They treat it rock salt, winter ice melt products. If you're not walking on a sidewalk, treat it with iceless products. You're going to slip and fall.
Yeah.
Howie Finch, second generation driver here at the Speedway. Remember when his father drove that old Countryside Oil number 25 back in the late 80s, early 90s here at the Speedway. Finch at a 23,820. Still not enough to bring him into the trifecta, as you want to call him.
Howie now doing his racing Saturday nights at Bridgeport Motorsports Park.
Also brings Steve Davis along with him a lot of times, and Davis is one hot sportsman campaigner. 75 car. On the Speedway, that actually breaks into a group number 4, Johnny Cahill in the number 75, and the 46 is Lem Atkins, longtime campaigner. Johnny Cahill, a 35-year-old corrections officer. Watch your step, young man, out of Greeley, Pennsylvania. The Whole Shot Power Sports sponsored mounts. We actually got 2 corrections officers in the sportsman group here tonight, so
That'll keep law and order.
you better comb your hair if you walk around that pit area.
Yeah.
Lem Atkins, CM sponsored car. And the beautiful number 77 car, Jeff Hyham. So 3 cars coming out to answer the call for the first 9 in group number 4, subgroup number 4. Hyham's best was a 23,702. He's in that 23-second category. Howie Finch having that 23,820. You know you're in the good if you head yourself down into that 23-second category, and the lower you go, the best it's going to be.
I'd just like to quickly correct something here. We're in the separate booth than timing and scoring, so sometimes we get a couple smoke signals crossed up when we pass along the information, but I have to apologize. The Hot Lap Hero for the Modifieds is actually Stuart Friesen. He came out of group number 1. Stuart Friesen was the quick timer in Heat Race Hot Lap group number 1, 20.221, which was quicker than Anthony Parego's 20.730. So Stuart Friesen will be your ATL Fuel Cell Hot Lap Hero at 20.221. He'll meet him in opening ceremonies, dirt draft opening ceremonies a little bit later on. So.
All right, 3 other cars on the Speedway right now. The 75 of John Doty, the 3 young Ryan Barron out of Florida, New York, from the Barron Speed Shop family, and the 3XL car of Leaf Holmgren. Doesn't mean that his t-shirt is a 3XL. It's just his car number, 3XL. Leaf Holmgren, second generation driver as well. The brothers Holmgren on the Speedway. Ryan Barrett, the second season of his young sportsman career. Well-prepared race car. John Doty motoring down the back straighter. You follow us at home. There's Leaf Holmgren's 3XL car. Yeah, Ryan Barrett at 23.384 bumps him up into spot number 3 right now, third fastest so far. 23.384. John Doty was in a 25-second category, so was Leaf Home Run, but Ryan Barrett immediately putting himself third fastest. Not too shabby for the young driver in Barrett's household. All right, next 3 cars out of the Speedway. Joel Smith out of Kunkletown, Pennsylvania. Triple nickel car. Second generation talent, carrying his family's famous triple nickel number with him. Talked to Richie Smith in the pits earlier. Turned a lot of great laps here at the Speedway. And last drove the number 49 Nick Nero car here at the Speedway. Ricky Davis out of Arlington, Vermont. The Mulready Racing number 21 mount. Outside Invader. And the 61 of Alex Palmer Sawyer. Alex Palmer Sawyer from Cambridge, New York, 35-year-old machinist. The New Country Toyota, Nadu Concrete sponsored mount. So Davis typically an outside Invader in Eastern States weekend. Joel Smith, not a whole lot of lap times here at the Speedway. Alex Palmer Sawyer, I do believe this is his first ever appearance here at Orange County. Now, Palmer Sawyer up into the 24-second category. Ricky Davis at a 23.426 puts him 4th fastest right out of the box. Joel Smith at Joel Smith in 25.360. Justin Ghazi on the Speedway right now. This is 2 cars in group number 5 for the first group, Ghazi. And the 22 of Timmy Hartman Jr. Hartman Jr., that 22 car. Service Master sponsored number 22, so a very clean race team that they've got. Ghazi, longtime campaigner here at Orange County. So pretty much halfway through time trials for the sportsmen out here tonight to determine their starting spots, of course, in the heats and also to determine the top 6 overall. So far, top 3 out of this group have been Mark Schupp, Brady Cordova, and Ryan Barron. Hartman 23.821, not too bad for an outside Invader. 23.821, Ghazi up in the 24-second category. All right, so again, Mark Schupp, Brady Cordova, Ryan Barron, top 3 fastest in Group A. And now Group B, starting to develop out of the Speedway. We'll take the top 3 out of this to lock in the top 6. Top 6 starting spots for tomorrow night's 50-lap Eastern States Championship. Sportsman ranks. All right, Group B. Actually, subgroup number 6, Group B. Johnny Farisier, with New York, New Jersey Trailer Builder Supply from North Heldon, New Jersey. Out of the Speedway right now, and of course he is one of the top 3 in points here this year at the Speedway. Farisier was second in points in the Big 3 Series, so he may be able to best his time if he puts himself in the top 6. Everett Halbrick out of Lafayette, New Jersey, one of the elder statesmen of sportsman competition here at the Speedway. And the 5 car of Ryan Niger in the Hollywood Towing number 5 mount. All right, Halbrick at a 25.212. Farisier at a 23.767, and Niger at a 23.825. Top 23 second category, not too shabby for these 2 Orange County regulars. Two X car. This is Eddie Burgess. And the 53 of Steve Williams. Burgess concrete stamping number 2 car, Eddie Burgess. Steve Williams in that 53 car. Say a 38-year-old corrections officer as well. New Paltz, New York, the McCluskey Paving sponsored car. And Jimmy Leiby. Battle Point Aquaculture, number 9L car.
The Cowboy.
Yep.
Did you see him walking around with his cowboy hat
always. On? Started his career here at Orange County, traveled off to your home track on a Saturday night this year, Grandview Speedway. Had quite some success down there as well, I understand.
Yeah, he's been in the modifieds the last couple of years, 358 modifieds.
So Leiby on the Speedway right now, along with Burgess and Williams. Leiby came in with a 23.882 first time out. 23.966 now by Steve Williams. Burgess 23.980. Leiby going to lock in with his 23.832. No, Leiby's second lap time, a 23.345. 23.345. We'll have to see when the times come up. That'll at least put him third so far. It'll put him fastest in this group, that's for sure. So Jimmy Leiby, Battle Point Aquaculture, number 9L car from West Milford, New Jersey, 23.345. Should be fast time around for this one. First time ever at the Orange County Fair Speedway. Robert Teat in the number 30 T car. The Johns Manville Beacon Building Products Protect Roofing number 53 car. Regular at the Bridgeport Speedway, Dom Roselli Jr. In the number 80. And the number 20 of Elliot Gamache. Elliot Gamache from the North Country. And the number 20 car. So Roselli, 23.153 for Dom Roselli Jr. That'll put him on top of the heap right now. Robert Teat at a 23.954. Not too shabby for Teat in a first ever lap here at the Orange County Fair Speedway. It's a 51-year-old seasonal elements protection specialist. Okay, he owns Protect Roofing, but I'm not talking little roofs. I mean, they do like 100,000 square foot big
commercial events,
roofing, big commercial stuff. So he's not he's more than just a roofer. So that's why we nicknamed him the Seasonal Elements Protection Specialist.
There you go. Second full year, and he was 10th in points this year at Bridgeport. So he, even though he had a few ups and downs at the end of the year, he had a solid season. Second was his best finish.
Lost a motor last Saturday night, so they had to do a lot of wrenching on that car to get it ready for Eastern States. Yes. Hunter lap on the Speedway right now in the number 60 car, along with Anthony Falanga, the VM Falanga Company number 2 car, and Austin Smith in the number 15S, the TAD excavating car. Austin Smith, that TAD excavating mount on the Speedway right now, and Hunter lap in the number 60. Falanga's been around a long time. Hunter lap in that Pink Lynx Virtual Golf number 60 car. Falanga 23.366. Lap was at 23.859. Smith at 25.199. Lap will keep his first lap time at 23.859. Falanga 23.330. Should lock him at least third fastest. We'll have to wait till the screen starts appearing as to who the top 5 are right now for Group B. Remember, we took 3 from Group A. We'll take 3 from Group B. And already have 3 from Orange County's big series this season.
Okay.
Brock Miller in the Speedway right now, the number 164 car. Miller Masonry number 164, Brock Miller. Ashton DeWitt in the number 28 car. And Chase Zimmer in the number 15. Do believe this may be his first appearance here at the Speedway. Zimmer in the 15. Brock Miller's a regular here at the Orange County Speedway, coming in at a 23.842. DeWitt up in a 24-second category, 7.11. And Zimmer at a 24.170. Checkered flag coming out this time. 23. Miller 23.743. DeWitt still in the 24-second category, 0.98 and 24.182 second time around for Chase Zimmer. BK Speed, Brian Crummell from here in Middletown, New York. Very fast, very successful sportsman campaigner here at the Speedway. He's driven just about every division of motorsports in the Whitetail Landscape number 17 car. If somebody's going to upset the apple cart, it's going to be BK Speed. So far in the second group, Roselli is fastest. Falanga is second fastest, and Jimmy Leiby is third. 23.153 is Roselli Jr.'s lap time. See it up on the board right now. Mark Schupp also on the Speedway in the number 780 car. Mikey Travis in the number 28. And Raphael Carson, RJ Carson in the number 54. So Crummell at a 23 smack. 23.000 make him fast timer in this group. And that will make him fast timer so far here tonight. We told you. We warned you. Crummell did it. 23.000.
And he made it look so effortless as well.
Yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, I got to go out and time trial.
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
He just has a knack and a smoothness about him here on the hard clay 5/8 mile.
Of course, probably had the most success here at the Speedway when he drove for Brian Smith in the sportsman ranks. Tons and tons of checkered flags, and had a little bit of time off, went go-kart racing, came back, spent some time at Grandview with you, off in the end, I'll get a driver, and then came back here for the big series and came back here last year as well, and turned everything upside down when that Whitetail Landscape car became his ride. You know, first time ever on this track here at the Orange County Speedway. Everybody knows him on social media. Johnny Williams from Mount Upton, 50-year-old truck driver. And the Comfort Experts, Rock Fantasy Constant and Smoke Shop sponsored number 312 car.
Interesting numbers here tonight for the sportsman division. A lot of three-digit numbers. I thought we had the corner on the three-digit numbers at Grandview in the sportsman division. You got a lot of three-digit sportsman numbers here tonight.
Well, up here in New York State, if you ever noticed, we threw a lot of letters from the alphabet into it too.
Yes,
you know?
yes, absolutely.
About years ago in Pennsylvania, we couldn't even do that. Nazareth had banned letters in the numbers.
Yep. And there was no duplicates either at Nazareth.
Nope. Out of the Speedway right now, Howard Robital in the 03 car. Braden Traver in the 2XT mount. 2XT is Braden Traver. Traver with a 24-second lap. So did John Williams, 24.611. Robital also 24.346. So still, Brian Crummell, Don Roselli Jr., and Anthony Falanga. Traver 23.826 second time around. Williams 24.517 second time. And Robital 24.151. All right, 3 more crews from subgroup number 8 in Group B. Expect this to be the 000. Any kind of sane or semblance right now. The 399 car is L.J. Lombardo out of Danbury, Connecticut. Peter went out Snap-on Tools number 399. Double 000 car, Barrett Hill. A name we haven't seen around in quite some time at the Speedway.
I've seen a 00 race here at Orange County, but I don't know that I've ever seen a 000.
So Barrett Hill has been a name from the past. How far past, I can't quite tell you. I remember announcing that name many decades ago. Alan Kellogg, the AK-1 car from Mount Cobb, Pennsylvania. He's had quite a few Eastern States appearances here. The Active Auto Body sponsored mount. Well, Lombardo at a 23.519, lap number 1. Kellogg 24.599. Barrett Hill 28.177. Boy, I have to dig up some old history books to see where that name came from. I think back then we still wrote them on tablets of stone, borrowed from Moses Office Supply.
You probably have those stashed away somewhere in the back of the office.
I think they're in the trunk of my Jetta.
On Wisner Avenue, right?
You know, of course, the most momentous stone on Wisner Avenue, Harry Clay.
Harry Clay?
The headstone of Harry Clay, the famous racehorse here at the Speedway that the track was named after for initially the Harry Clay Oval. His headstone is up near the office. Hunter lap on the Speedway right now. That should be R.J. Sherman. R.J. Sherman will correct that. R.J. Sherman of the Speedway. Tyler Tracy in the 96 car. Jesse Leiby in the 88L. So R.J. Sherman, lap 1 at 25.561. Jesse Leiby not too shabby at a 23.550. Leiby 4th fastest so far out here in this group. Tyler Tracy at 23.424. So that'll actually upseat Leiby's time. Checkered flag coming out. Leiby 23.490. Tracy 23.431. So Anthony Falanga puts himself now in third spot. Leiby's back to fourth, and Lombardo fifth fastest in the tail side of Group B. See the numbers are dwindling down there on Bucky's Road. Corey Lowett, Comfort Experts Heating and Cooling car. This will be the next subgroup. This should be the other Comfort Experts car. Daryl Nutting on the Speedway right now. The Onyx Industries number 42. This is Mike Mikulski's Comfort Experts car, the number 22 car. Mike Mikulski. And Jared Labaugh, another Comfort Experts Heating and Cooling car, a very popular campaigner here at Middletown. Look for some good times turned in by Labaugh. 23.683 for Nutting. Mikulski 24.353. And Labaugh 23.881. Labaugh was, of course, at the big race at Bridgeport for the Sportsman 10,000 to win. Did make the field. Mikulski 24.192. Labaugh 23.815. Thor Holmgren should be next out from the brothers Holmgren in the 3T car. Gary Edwards Jr., Interstate Batteries number 21. Seasonal orange, pumpkin colored number 21 car. The Iceless team car, this is Steve Davis. Davis, a very good runner for how he finished the Thirds race team. Thor Holmgren in the 24-second category, a 1:37. Edwards at a 23.433 for Edwards. Davis at a 24.242. There's Gary Edwards on your screen right now. Davis in the Iceless number 4 car. Checkered flag coming out this time as Edwards crosses the line. Edwards at a 23.274. 23.274 puts him third fastest in Group B. Davis at a 28.177. So Crummell still on top for Group B. 23.000, or 23 smack as we call it. Then Dom Roselli Jr. and now Gary Edwards. So Gary Edwards Jr. the 23.274. Green lights on for the number 90 car. This is John Wanowski. Wanowski, I do believe this could be his first appearance ever here at the Orange County Speedway. The 51 car is Chris Weslowski. And the 399, the limestone service car from Ridgefield, Connecticut. This is Nicky Giardini. Wanowski out of Ellenville, New York, 57-year-old first student bus driver and bus mechanic in the Premier Auto Body sponsor mount. Wanowski came in at a 25.331. Weslowski at a 24.534. And Giardini at a 23.893. Giardini, the fastest of these 3 cars out here. High 23-second category. Giardini, co-owner of the Limestone Service Company. Weslowski, 24.184. Giardini, lap 2, 23.638. Travis Green. On the Speedway right now, the K&M Painting and Power washing number 69 car. Corey Lowett driving the United Petroleum number 6L. Last 2 cars for time. All right, Corey Lowett, Travis Green with a 23.721, Lowett with a 24.861. To wrap up time trials. Checkered flag out, Travis Green, 23.481. And Lowett, final car to take checkered flag right now. 28.177, slowed down second time around. So this was going to bring in with a Crummel 23.000. Looks to be like probably the fastest car out there. Dom Roselli Jr. was second. Michael Sabia was third. Sabia moved himself up a notch because he was guaranteed 7th. Now he's in the top 6.
All right. Time trials completed for the OCFS Sportsman. We have six more drivers qualified now for the OCFS Sportsman. Eastern States 50 coming up tomorrow night. Short Track Super Series Modifieds will be coming up for their qualifying heat races. Next, there will be 6 8-lap heats for the Bob Bilber Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco Modifieds. They're going to do a little bit of grooming on the top of the racetrack before we do get to our modified qualifying heat races. Coming up will be our Dirt Draft opening ceremonies. Opening ceremonies at every Short Track Super Series event in 2024 presented by Dirt Draft, the first grassroots racing fantasy sports website and app. On Dirt Draft, users pay a subscription of $5.99 per month or $59.99 annually for unlimited contests. Each contest is a salary draft with 5 drivers and a $100,000 salary cap. Sign up today and receive a free t-shirt. Learn more at dirtdraft.com. Dirt Draft opening ceremonies will be coming up in just a few moments. We're going to step aside for a commercial break on FloRacing. You are watching the Hard Clay Finale from the legendary Orange County Fair Speedway, Middletown, New York, for the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series.
BDRSpeed.com offers a complete line of oval track speed equipment.
Jeremy Slavic trying to make a bid for the 2 spot.
Products like All-Star Performance, Bicknell Racing Products, Barron's Performance, Burt Transmissions, DMI, Valco, Penske, MotorState, JLR Technologies, TV12 Race Products, and more.
Jeremy Slavic, your modified winner.
Our online store makes parts ordering easy and convenient from anywhere at any time. BDRSpeed.com. Speed at your fingertips.
Ollie's deals are so good, you won't believe the prices.
Can this pack be real?
This has to be a joke. It's no joke. This store is amazing.
So finishing track prep put on to the 5/8 mile hard clay right now. Regrooming the turns a little bit. We're up some of that inside lane. Qualifying time trials out here tonight. Jeff Allen heading down to the hallowed start finish line to deliver the anthems and stuff in our opening ceremony. Pole award again for the sportsman tonight. $300 for the J.P. Adamski Trucking Company. Looks like that's going to be Brian Crummell. Outside pole award, Mike Carigliano's $200 donation. This is for sportsmen only. Heat winners, Reed Logistics, $50 per heat win in memory of Ron Goodrich, the Ron Goodrich Memorial Series heats. We're to the last chance event here tonight for the sportsmen. $100 from Niagara Service Center, $50 per event. Should be 2 last chance qualifiers. Of course, is for the sportsman portion. 63rd Annual Eastern States Racing Festival here in Middletown, New York. And, of course, the sportsmen will be doing all their qualifying tonight for their big 50-lap feature event tomorrow. That's part of the hard clay finale program here tonight, brought to us by the Short Track Super Series. Let's go downstairs right now to Jeff Allen.
All right. Whoa, thank you very much, Tim. Again, we say a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and we're back on April 6, 2014. Orange County Fair Speedway hosted race number 1 of the Bob Hilber Sportswear Short Track Super Series, fueled by Sunoco, now into its 11th season. The River Valley Builders North Region Championship battle concludes here tonight at the legendary House of Power to kick off Eastern States Weekend number 63. A jam-packed pit area is set to do battle for a $10,000 winner share tonight after qualifying and 50 feature laps on the 5/8 mile oval. The $15,000 River Valley Builders North Region title will be decided tonight, culminating in a regional title tussle that kicked off in May and visited New York, Vermont, Ontario, and Quebec. On behalf of the Short Track Super Series Orange County Fair Speedway, we thank you for attending or watching live on FloRacing. We hope you enjoy tonight's show. If you'll be kind enough to rise, please, we'll get tonight's opening ceremonies underway. Our dirt draft opening ceremonies tonight, we'll turn things over to Pastor Greg Nitz for tonight's invocation.
Thank you. Whoa. Thank you. God is still on the throne, and we can't be holy without him. The authority of God provides a peaceful coexistence for all his people. So let's go to him in prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord God, we just thank you for this opportunity to take a moment, look to you, Lord. Pray that your hedge of protection, your guardian angels, and hand of mercy be upon every driver, crew, fan, official. Lord, we just thank you once again that we can just gather. Lord, we pray that you just be with us in this night, and it's because of truly your mercy, your love, and your grace. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg. And we'll now salute 2 nations now for our opening ceremonies, our dirt draft opening ceremonies. First, we'll salute our friends to the north from the nation of Canada with a performance of O Canada. Welcome Short Track Super Series starter Joe Chris to perform the Canadian National Anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Joe Chris and Matt Williamson, helping to display the Canadian flag for our Canadian national anthem. And now at this time we shall salute the brave servicemen and women of the U.S. military and the United States flag and our country with the performance of the U.S. national anthem. Would you welcome Joe Chris as he performs the Star Spangled Banner?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Joe Chris. Cody Higbee displaying the U.S. flag for the United States national anthem. We're open. Dirt draft opening ceremonies have been completed. We're ready to go with qualifying heats. Heat number 1 for the Short Track Super Series Modifieds, ready to go trackside. The first of 6 will go back upstairs to the voice of OCFS, Tim Pitts.
Well, thank you very much, Jeff Allen. Of course, Mike Mahaney from Elizabethtown, New York, going away in the number 1 spot aboard car number 35M. To the right side of him, out of Sprakers, New York. He's got some jingle in his pocket after Oswego, the 44 car. This is Stewie Stuart Friesen. Second row, slot number 3, the 93 Hollywood Craig Mitchell out of Wappinger Falls. To the right side of him, spot number 4, that's going to be the 28T car from Roscoe, New York, Michael Trushold. Third row, spot number 5 from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, the 7L car, Scooby Rick Laubach, alongside Rick in the number 35B car from Trois-Rivières, Quebec, Francois Belabert. Fourth row, spot number 7, the 28 car from Butler, New Jersey. That's Jimmy Spellman. Jimmy's running mate will be the 53 car from Vernon, New York, Jeff Quackenbush. Fifth row, spot number 9 from Hamlin, Pennsylvania, Mike Sheen aboard the 55 car. To the right side of him, out of Hyde Park, New York, the 98 car, Kevin Ward. Sixth row, spot number 11 in the 88D car from here in town. This is Steve Dodd. Steve's running mate will be the number 35 car from East Canaan, Connecticut. This is Chris Curtis. Starting lineup with the first of 6 qualifying heat events. First of 6 qualifying heat events, 8 laps, top 3 go right to the big dance here tonight. So top 3 qualify each of the 8 lap qualifying heat events. There are 6 of them in total. There'll also be 6 heats for the sportsmen in a little while from now as well. So a pair of 6 heat qualifiers, 6 heats for the modifieds, and 6 heats for the sportsmen.
Finishing up down here in turn number 1 again, thanks to St. Lawrence Radiology and Dig Race Products. Also thanks to Swagger Factory Apparel, based in Hageman, New York. Swagger Factory Apparel is the Northeast's fastest growing motorsports safety gear and apparel company built for real racers by racers. Race with Swagger, like Swagger Factory Apparel on Facebook, or visit sfracewear.com to learn more. Dave Prime Junior Mac Tools. Dave Prime Junior Mac Tools, the largest mobile tool distributor in New York State's Capital District. To learn more, call 413-346-8800 for Dave Prime Junior Mac Tools. FX Caprera Car Companies. FX Caprera Car Companies operating a family-owned and operated dealership across the North Country of New York State, including FX Caprera Honda and Kia Watertown, FX Caprera Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Alexandria Bay, FX Caprera Ford of Ogdensburg, in addition to FX Caprera Harley Davidson motorcycles and trailer sales in Adams Center. The FX Caprera family of dealerships on the web at fxcaprera.com. BDR Speed. Find speed at your fingertips at bdrspeed.com, offering a user-friendly online portal to a complete line of oval track speed equipment. BDR Speed, a dealer for Sunoco Race Fuels, American Razor Tires, and all the major manufacturers on the web at bdrspeed.com. Like BDR Speed on Facebook to stay current with special offers. All right, we got a couple more we'll get to you, but it looks like Heat 1 is rolling out as the grader has exited to the little hideout it has down there in the outside of turn number 1. 8-lap qualifying heats. 3 cars to qualify, 2 to the redraw. So 12 on the starting grid. 3 will qualify, 2 to the redraw. A tough row to hoe tonight. So we got Mike Mahaney and Stuart Friesen in row number 1. Craig Mitchell, Mike Troutshall, Rick Laubach, Francois Belmar, Jimmy Spellman, Jeff Quackenbush, Mike Shane, Kevin Ward, Steve Dodd, Chris Curtis. Turn number 4, Sunoco starting zone. Here they come.
Out of turn number 4, we travel this time. Green flag flies. And immediately out to the drop is the number 35 car, Mike Mahaney. Mahaney shoots to the outside now as he swaps up, and here comes Stewie. Stuart Friesen taking the high road down the back straight. We're going to swap lanes on the 35 of Mahaney. Oh, not quite good enough. Mahaney drops down in line to defend that share of real estate. Mahaney will lead lap number 1. He slides up the banking. Here comes Stuart Friesen on the inside. Third spot right now is the number 93 car, Hollywood, Craig Mitchell.
Entering turn number 1, Friesen looks like he's got a run on Mahaney. Mahaney will slip up high in the corner, and Friesen will grab the lead down the back straight. Now Mitchell running in third spot. Troutshall now up to position number 4. Right now, Mitchell in the hot seat in third.
Yep, third spot, final transfer spot. It's going to be all Stewart down across the stripe this time. Stewie leads this one with the 35 of Mahaney still second. Fourth spot is Troutshall trying to throw the anchor and reel in the 93 of Craig Mitchell. Back there in spot number 5, it's the Quaker Shaker, Rick Laubach. Laubach down the back straightaway needs 2 more notches to go racing into the feature event.
Yeah, Laubach in the Herman Motorsports number 7 out there now, trying to advance. Friesen continuing to lead the way over Mahaney. Right now, Laubach chasing down Troutshall. Quackenbush behind him. Then the 35 of Curtis, getting by the 35 of Francois Belmar.
Down the back straightaway, top 2 travel for the number 2 spot right now. Mahaney has it, and Mitchell was quick on him down the back straightaway, reeled him in. Halfway sign coming out this time. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Stewie by a fistful of space down across turn number 1 right now. Almost a straightaway lead on the 35 of Michael Mahaney. Mahaney still second. Mitchell was third. Troutshall fourth. And Laubach, the dimension over at car, spot number 5.
A little bit of a battle developing now for position number 2. That's the last redraw position right now. Mahaney, who had been the lead earlier, will see the 93 of Mitchell move up on his back bumper as they enter turn number 1. The Goosetown Communications number 93 of Hollywood Mitchell trying to track down Mahaney. Meanwhile, Michael Troutshall trying to inch in a little bit on the 93 of Mitchell for the last qualifying position.
Troutshall back there, spot number 4, the Quality Forestry Management car from Brosco, New York. We're going to run out of time right now. 2 laps to go, this time by 2 to go. Stewie still with a straightaway lead on Mahaney's number 35 car. And still the 93 of Mitchell back there, spot number 3.
Friesen in a short period of time has built up a 3/4 of a straightaway advantage over second place Mahaney. The Barron's Performance Warehouse white flag will wave. 1 lap to go. Stuart Friesen's got a pretty big lead. Still Mahaney 2, Mitchell 3, Troutshall 4, and Laubach 5.
Laubach going to run out of time back there. Then Quackenbush running in spot number 6 right now. 7th is Chris Curtis. 8th is Francois Belmar. And Spellman, spot number 9. Kevin Ward rounds out the top 10. Checker flag coming out this time. It's going to be a win for Stuart Friesen. Second spot is the 35 of Mike Mahaney. Third will be Craig Mitchell. Top 3 cars, of course, going to the big dance tonight. Top 2 get the redraw.
So the 44 The 44, Stuart Friesen picking up the win. The 35, Mike Mahaney second, going to the redraw. And third, the 93X of Hollywood, Craig Mitchell. They will qualify for the hard clay finale. Heat race number 2 lining up this way, pole position. Driving in the Wilcox Paving and Seal Coating 84Y, Alex Jankowski. Alongside of him, the Advanced Concrete number 4, Anthony Perego.
Second row, spot number 3, the Ringos Rocket from Ringos, New Jersey. Ryan Godown, the 26 car. To the right side of him, Billy Van Ewingen out of Port Jervis, New York, in car number 4V.
Row number 3 on the inside, driving the number 5. That'll be Tyler Johnston. He is in the Hyatt Hardscapes race car, and alongside of him, driving in the Leo's Landscaping 555, Leo Fotopoulos.
Fourth row, slot number 7 to the inside from right here in town, Zach Vavrica, the number 78 car, the tire discount car. On the outside, the number 21 car from Garnerville, New York, Big Brother Bob McGann in the Schultz Ford sponsored mount.
Row 5, the Mancini Custom Home 7N, Paul Mancini. Alongside of him, the 21L, that's a JCL Home Improvements entry of Johnny Lutz.
Sixth row, all by himself, spot number 11 from Bloomingburg, New York, in the Academy Transmissions, number 84 car. This is Mel Schrufer. Here we come.
Heat number 2, 8 more laps again, 3 to qualify to the hard clay finale. And Kid Rocket, Alex Jankowski's got the lead, but the yellow is out, no start. Joe said no, so we'll try it again. They got to stay together. Got to stay together to the starting spot over there in turn number 4. There are 2 Sunoco starting signs down there. They must go together at the last sign, the one closest to us. Then on restarts, the leader can fire anywhere between the 2 signs. But on the initial start, they got to wait till the second sign. So we'll try it again. 2 by 2, Jankowski and Perego. Here they come.
Kid Rocket from Covington Township of the 84 car brings that 84 car out of turn number 4 this time. Gonna hop out to the number 1 spot, but on the high side, they're running strong right now. It's going to be Jankowski to urge out to the number 1 spot down the back stretch. He travels this time. Jankowski on top of the world right now. Perego right there in the number 2 spot aboard the car number 4P. Perego, multi-time track champion here at the Orange County Fair Speedway, hovers down for slot number 2.
Yeah, the multi-time OCFS champion chasing the newly crowned Fonda track champion in Alex Jankowski. Behind them, we got a battle brewing now, heading down the back straightaway. Position swapping there, Tyler Johnston battling down the back straightaway. He'll gain a position. Tyler Johnson, the number 2 man in points at the Accord Speedway this year, working out of the corner for lap number 2.
Johnson actually picked up the number 4 spot, the 3 spot this time over Van Ewingen as they travel down for turn number 1 and 2. Johnston up there in the number 3 spot. It's still Alex Jankowski in the lead step down the back straightaway. Giddy up is the 4 par of Anthony Perego, the Ant-Man spot number 2. Tyler Johnston third. Van Ewingen 1 notch from qualifying. Go-Down's back there hovering in spot number 5.
Yeah, Go-Down's back there battling it out with big brother Bob McGannon as they work down the straightaway. Johnston, then Billy V, then Go-Down battling side by side with McGannon. McGannon had passed Go-Down. Go-Down will ride the cushion around the outside and repass McGannon. And Billy Van Ewingen in the Escape Power Sports number 4, moving right up behind Johnson again.
Good battle for spot number 3. Tyler Johnston, the 5 car, knows he's got it right there. Halfway sign coming out. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Johnston the lead step. Now the battle for the number 1 spot. The Ant-Man Perego covers down to the inside. And Perego from the inside line grabs the number 1 spot right now. Jankowski in spot number 2.
Yellow lights are on. We've got trouble on the raceway. Caution lights are out. We've got 4 laps completed and 4 laps to go. Anthony Perego battling it out with Alex Jankowski as they crossed the stripe. They were side by side. Perego was scored the leader by a whisker. Leo Fotopoulos in the 555 was the car stopping here at the top of the straightaway, bringing out the caution. Leo Fotopoulos. He is in the Home Pro Exteriors, Leo's Landscaping 555. So some good action brewing here in this one, Tim. A good battle up front for the lead with Perego and Jankowski. Johnston and Van Ewingen battling for the last qualifying spot, and Go-Down and Bob McGannon battling for that 5th spot.
It's kind of like the battling of the Orange County guys and battle of the outside invaders for spots number 1, 3, and 5 right now. Tyler Johnston, good surprise move he did there a couple of laps ago, past Van Ewingen, long-time contender here at the Orange County Speedway. Back to business we go, back to Perego up into the number 1 spot right now. Hauls it off the turn number 1 and 2. Jankowski's down low. Way up on the outside, that battle for spot number 3 is going to be Johnston right back down to the inside of Van Ewingen down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Billy V looked like he had the edge down the front into turns 1 and 2, but Johnston dove back under him through the corners, but Billy V may not be happy with third in a qualifying spot. He's going to go after Jankowski and try to grab a redraw spot now. Jankowski 2, Van Ewingen. Then we've got the full 5 of Johnson, and here comes Go Down after getting back around McGannon on the restart. He's closing in now on Johnson and Billy V.
Yep, Go Down up into the number 5 spot. Here they travel out of turn number 4 right now. Johnston now out of the qualifying picture as Van Ewingen out of Sparrow Bush, New York, took over the number 3 spot. He's on the hot seat right now, Billy Van Ewingen in the Escape Power Sports Plus number 4 car.
Anthony Perego now extending that lead after battling so hard with Alex Jankowski. Perego, who just picked up the Gary Simpson Memorial Race last week at Georgetown, will take the Bears Performance Warehouse white flag. 1 lap to go for Perego. Jankowski 2, and 3 is still up for grabs.
Tyler Johnston quick down the hallway right now into the number 4 spot. You can just about throw an anchor out and hold on to him. Van Ewingen just got that final hot seat spot down the back straightaway, slot number 3. Here comes the Ant-Man, Anthony Perego. Kid Giddy Up, we've called him, for the first part of his racing career. He'll take the checkered flag for qualifying event number 2. Second spot is going to be Kid Rocket, Alex Jankowski. Third by a radiator cap, the number 4 car of Billy Van Ewingen.
So heat race number 2 into the record books for the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series. River Valley Builders Ollie's Overall Championship Modifieds. The 4 Anthony Perego winning. 84Y Alex Jankowski second. They go to the redraw, also qualifying the 4V of Billy Van Ewingen. Heat number 3 will roll off this way out of Goshen in the Shoeback Sod Farms 15M. Daniel Morgevis alongside of him. The Prime Design Landscapes at Emsky Trucking 27, Tanner Van Doren.
Second row, slot number 3 from Gilderton, the number 9 J car. Mark Johnson, his running mate from Cottakill, New York, will be the number 97 T car. This is Danny Tyler.
Third row inside the CNS Equipment, Craig and Leslie Pondius. 6 is Danny Buck out of Pipersville, and alongside of him in the MJK Maintenance, number 25 out of Middletown, Mike Kolka.
Fourth row spot, number 7 on the inside from Warsaw, New York, the 22 car Billy Fisk. Alongside Billy from Port Jervis, New York, the 716 car. This is Corey Lowett.
Row 5 on the inside from Poughkeepsie, the 94 Joey Capola. And Joey Bonetti in the 20B.
Well, then back there in that final transfer spot would be Jared Miller in the 27 car, John Ferry in the 220. Oh, we've got trouble in turn number 2. Caution lights coming on the Speedway. Fisk in the Loose Screw Racing number 22 car and the 20B of Joey Bonetti all kind of came together, and they're heading it off right down there in turn number 2 right now. Caution lights come right back on the Speedway at the drop of the green flag. No laps have been scored. You see somebody lost the quarter panel. Well.
Yeah, already. Yeah, Joey Capola, the 94, the 20B, Joey Bonetti, row 5, 27, Jared Miller, and the 220, John Ferrier, made up row number 6 in our starting lineup for heat number 3. Again, 8 laps, 3 to qualify, 2 to the redraw. 71 Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series, fueled by Sunoco Modifieds, in the house tonight. And 77 OCFS Sportsmen, who will qualify, do everything but the feature tonight for the Sportsmen. They already ran their warm-ups, their time trials, and they'll do all their heat races and the consolations tonight. And the Modifieds will do all their heats, the consolations, and the 50 lap, 10,000 to win hard clay finale feature, and we will crown our River Valley Builders North Region champion and add one more notch in the Ollie's overall championship chase. I'd also like to say thanks to DKM Fabrications. DKM, founded by Dave Constantino and Eric Mack, driven to disrupt the dirt racing industry with superior products. Their advantage is a cutting-edge approach to designing cars that are unique to any that have ever been available on the market before. DKM also specializes in chassis repair, body fabrication, and custom products. Learn more on the web at dkmracecars.com, like DKM Fabrication on Facebook, or follow at DKM_fabrication on Instagram. Also, JK Signworks. JK Signworks, located in-house at DKM Fabrication, is your one-stop shop for all graphics and sign work, from lettering to trophies to signs both large and small, like JK Signworks on Facebook to learn more. They are all presenting marketing partners for 2024 on the Short Track Super Series. Here we go for the restart.
All right, try it once again out of turn number 4. Off to the outside lane runs Tanner Van Doren, the 27 car. Van Doren got a great bite on Morgevich at the drop of the green flag. TVD way up the banking right now, picks up the number 1 spot. Morgevich tries to rebound on the inside, traveling down the back straightaway. Mark Johnson right there, and so is Danny Tyler.
Yeah, Daniel Morgevich has been a very faithful follower on the Short Track Super Series for several seasons. He has had a good start to his night so far here at OCFS. He's now battling Mark Johnson into the corner. Here comes Danny Buck. Danny down the back straightaway, a 3-car battle now for the number 2 spot. Johnson will go by Morgevich, and so does Danny Buck. And Danny now, Buck that is third, Morgevich is 4th.
We're changing the guard up there for spots number 2 and 3 right now. Van Doren way off down the home straightaway. Gilderland's Mark Johnson still second. Danny Buck out of Piper's running in the number 3 spot. Buck takes the low road down to the inside of the number 9 of Johnson down the back straightaway. Johnson moves away, holds on to the number 2 spot just by a half a car length.
Danny Tyler, who started up in position 4, dropped back a couple of spots trying to fight his way back up through the field now as TVD Tanner Van Doren leads the way. Danny Tyler now back up to position number 4. Danny Tyler, the newly crowned Accord track champion this year, down the back straightaway.
Morgevich drops back to spot number 5. It's going to be Kolka running in slot number 6 as they travel down the back straightaway. Still your race leader coming out of turn number 4 from Schnecksville, Pennsylvania. This is young Tanner Van Doren, the 27 car, holding on to the number 1 spot. Second spot still Mark Johnson, and third is Pipersville's Danny Buck.
Yeah, TVD, a couple of years as a regular here in modified competition, also a former Eastern States weekend winner. Heading down the back straightaway, he's got a pretty good lead right now on the Prime Design Landscapes at Emsky Trucking, RG Hoffman Electric. Number 27 setting the pace, no doubt about the leader, Mark Johnson. And Danny Buck now in the qualifying spots, followed by Tyler and Morgevich.
Yeah, Tyler's got a long way to go in just a short time to get there right now as we click off the laps, traveling down the back straightaway. Big gap of space between spots number 3 and 4. Danny Buck's on the hot seat, but it's not all that hot because now he's going to make a move on Mark Johnson. Johnson hears him in the hallway.
Yeah, that is a battle for a redraw spot 2 laps ago. Danny Buck heading into the turn. Former New Egypt track champion moving in now on Mark Johnson. Down the back straightaway, Mark Johnson, a former Albany Saratoga champion, as they battle for that 2nd and 3rd spot into the corner. We'll get the Bears Performance Warehouse white flag this time. 1 lap to go.
Final 5/8 of a mile left to this heat number 2 as they work down the back straightaway this time. Van Doren still in the number 1 spot. Johnson still second. Buck third, and Tyler's going to run out of time back there in spot number 4 as they travel on to turn number 4. Up to the outside, rise the number 9 of Johnson holding off the hard-charging Buck. That's going to be a drag race for that number 2 place finish. Watch him on to turn number 4.
Checkered flags coming to the line. Right now the winner easily, Tanner Van Doren. Second will be Mark Johnson ahead of Danny Buck. That was a close one there, followed to the line by Danny Tyler and Daniel Morgevich. Those are the top 5 across the wire. Heat race number 3 into the record books, the 27, Tanner Van Doren, your winning driver, the 9. 27, Tanner Van Doren, the winner, the 9, J. Mark Johnson, second, and the 6 of Danny Buck is the qualifier in 3rd position. Lineup for heat race number 4, pole position. In the Bears Performance Warehouse, rapid tire number 3, it's Matt Williamson. And alongside of him, the Northeastern Office Equipment, Polack Farm 6D, Dylan Stoyer.
Second row, spot number 3 from Johnstown, New York, the number 98 W car. This is Rocky Warner. To the right side of Rocky at a Wurtsboro, the number 16 car, Danny Creedon.
Starting on the inside of the 3rd row, driving in the West Star Mechanical number 5, L. Charlie Loadice. And alongside of him, the Gould Erectors 43 from Ravenna, New York, Keith Lack.
4th row, slot number 7 from right here in town, the 88 car of Tyler Jazembowski. To the right side of Tyler, from Hurley, New York, the 19 machine, Jackie Brown Jr.
Starting on the inside of the 4th row, driving in the TO Pro Rider Fabricating number 7, Michael Saby. Alongside of him, driving in the number 4A will be Josh Allen.
6th row, final row back there is the number 22, Mike Engler, and alongside him, the 66 of Sean Mandel. We go racing this time, drop the green flag. Off to the inside, they travel as they work down the back straightaway. Big gap of space already at the drop of the green flag for Matt Williamson, the number 3 W car. The driver of the most richest race ever in the history of the Orange County Fair Speedway just about 3 years ago.
Yeah, the 100,000 to win event for the 100th anniversary. Into the turn. Williamson leading the way right now. Dylan Stoyer giving chase. And then we got a 5-car battle for third spot as we work down the back straightaway right now. The Flying Squirrel, former Fonda track champion Rocky Warner holding on to third.
Warner is third, Creedon right there in fourth, Keith Flack is fifth, and then Charles Lodice back in spot number 5 aboard the number 5 help car as they work down through turns number 1 and 2. This time it is still Mega Money Matt Williamson at the helm. Stoyer is second, farther back is Warner in slot number 3.
Jackie Brown Jr. driving the number 19. He's trying to work his way toward a qualifying spot. He's back there battling it out with Keith Flack and the 5 of Lodice and the 16 of Creedon. Meanwhile, Rocky Warner continuing to hold on to that third qualifying spot. He's got a little bit of breathing room right now over Danny Creedon down the back straightaway.
Lap shy of the halfway mark as they travel down the back straightaway right now. Creedon cannot close that gap on Rocky Warner's 98 car. Lodice back there. Charles Lodice, the 5L car, running in spot number 5. Halfway sign coming out this time. 3 laps down, 3 to go. Mega Money Matt still in the number 1 spot. Stoyer trying to hunt him down.
Dylan Stoyer is keeping Matt Williamson in his gun sights as they head down the back straightaway. Williamson not able to run away to hide, and Dylan Stoyer, who has some big block modified wins to his OCFS ledger, is keeping Williamson right there ahead of him as they work into the turn. He knows that they both right now have a redraw spot.
Chomping away at the bit is Dylan Stoyer, the tallest driver in motorsports here this Eastern States weekend. The Northeastern Office Supply, number 16 car, coming down from Bohemia, New York. He hovers in the hallway back there in spot number 2. Williamson hears him. Warner farther back, big gap of space back to spot number 3. Warner still calls home. Then farther back is Creedon in slot number 4.
Yeah, right now Rocky Warner has built himself up a little bit of an advantage right now over Danny Creedon as they head through the 1-2 turn. Meanwhile, heading down the back into turns number 3 and 4, it is still Matt Williamson out of St. Catharines, Ontario. Working out of the turn, he'll get the Barron's Performance Warehouse white flag. 1 lap to go in heat race number 4.
Matt Williamson, who's led it since the drop of the green flag, holds on to the number 1 spot. He will look for the checkered flag this time by the Barron's Performance Warehouse number 3 car. It's going to be Matt Williamson out of St. Catharines, Ontario, bringing that pack down out of turn number 4 this time. He'll look for that checkered flag. Williamson convincingly the winner of heat number 4. Second spot is Dylan Stoyer. And third will be Rocky Warner. Warner in the number 98 car, edging out Creedon for the number 3 spot. Fifth is Charles Lodice in spot number 5L.
Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series fueled by Sunoco. River Valley Builders North Region Arclay finale, heat number 4, your winning driver, the 3, Matt Williamson, runner-up the 6D, Dylan Stoyer going to the redraw, and also qualifying the 98 is the Flying Squirrel, Rocky Warner. Heat 5 lining up this way, pole position, Herlock Auto and Speed, Givens Produce, Elmo's Pit Stop 9S, Matt Shepard alongside of him, the Godgart Motorsports. Number 97 is Bobby Hackle, the 4th.
Second row slot number 3 from Saratoga Springs. This is Jack Lehner alongside Jack from Frenchtown, New Jersey. The kid's kid, Billy Pouch Jr., the 1P mount.
Third row inside the Ryder Racing number 21A. It's your Orange County 24 track champion, Peter Britton, alongside of him. The Mags RS 93 is Danny Varrett.
Fourth row spot number 7, the 83 car from Cornwall, New York, Kevin Stevens. To the right side of him, out of Bethel, rides the number 22C car, Charlie Hendrickson.
Row 5 on the inside, the Easy Trucking and Rigging Premium Foods 24, Sam March Jr. Alongside of him, the Harry's You Pull at 44 out of Wingate, Pennsylvania, will be Frank Cozy.
Sixth row, spot number 11, the 21 car, Sean Walker from Masonville, New York, and Matt Janiak, the 1J car. He's from nearby Warwick, spot number 12.
12 more cars, 8 more laps, 3 more to qualify, 2 to the redraw. That is the BA Custom Headers redraw. Here they come out of the turn. Heat race number 5.
Well, maybe not. Drop of the green flag. Shepard did not take off on the inside line, and the yellow lights come right back on.
You'll notice some of the cars have sail panels. Some of them do not. I think some of them are doing a little more R&D for later this weekend. We'll see. But what a field of cars here tonight. Matt Shepard, the River Valley Builders North Region point leader, looking for the championship again this year. He was a River Valley Builders North Region point champion last year. We're ready for the complete restart into the Sunoco starting zone.
All right, take 2, heat number 5. Shepard, Herlock Auto and Speed car, setting the pace out of turn number 4 this time. And Hackle, quick run to the outside. Bobby Hackle takes over the number 1 spot. Shepard second, but up to the outside right now. Rides Billy Pouch Jr. as they travel down the back straightaway.
Matt Shepard started on the pole. He is now battling to hold on to the last qualifying spot as Jack Lehner is to his inside. Hackle went by to grab the lead. Pouch went by to grab second. And Shepard and Lehner now battling for the last qualifying spot.
Unusual sight, but the caution lights come on the speedway. We've got trouble. I think going into turn number 3. I'm not quite sure. Yes, one car up against the wall down there. It is the number 83 car, and that is Kevin Stevens.
Looks like somebody clipped an equipment tire and it ended up on the outside of the third corner, so they'll have to fix that up. And Stevens pulls to the infield. That was an interesting opening lap, Tim.
Very, very unusual. We thought we'd see the number 9 just bowled out in front, and all of a sudden he's starving for the number 3 spot.
Yeah, unbelievable. He started on the pole. Hackle beat him to turn 1. Pouch beat him out of turn number 2, and Lehner almost beat him down the backstretch. And they did or did not score that lap. Apparently, they did not score the lap. The yellow came out before we got back to lap number 1.
Yeah, no laps being scored. Checking race monitor, and they do confirm that no laps have been scored. So everything we saw, forget we saw it. It's going to start all over. Shepard
just like in a court of law,
I'll tell you.
The jury needs to ignore what you just heard.
Yep, scratch it from the record.
Wow.
Power pack second row. Jack Lehner, the Ollie's Bargain Outlet number 02 car. And, of course, Bridgeport track champion, the kid's kid, Billy Pouch Jr., is in slot number 4 right now. And he's had some great runs here at the Orange County Speedway this summer for the Big 3 Series.
So we'll see if it was a matter of circumstance or if something maybe is not quite right on the 9. We'll see what happens on the restart here. But this one is a power-packed heat. Of course, we got Orange County champion, the 21 of Peter Britton in this one. Here they come. Back to green, heat number 5.
All right, this time Shepard's a little bit more up on the wheel. And Shepard hauls it off at turn number 1. Bobby Hackle, the Killer Crate number 97 car. He's on the outside this time, and this time Shepard waving bye-bye down the back straightaway. Look at Lehner bolt in front of the kid's kid down the back straightaway for the number 3 spot. Pouch Jr. not giving up the fight. He's on the outside. 3 cars race for spot number 2.
Working out of the turn for lap number 1. Shepard will be your leader. Hackle second, Pouch third. Lehner is right there. Into the turn. Pouch to the outside. Battling with the 97 of Hackle down the back. Can't get him this time. And Shepard now begins to pick up a pretty good advantage over the rest of the pack as the leader, but the battle continues for 2, 3, and 4.
Frenchtown, New Jersey's Billy Pouch Jr. to the wild side of things. Takes that number 1 car into the slot number 2 this time. Hackle keeps a tail on him back there in slot number 3. Lehner 1 notch from qualifying back in spot number 4. As a battle for spot number 5 now taking shape. Here comes Bobby Varon, the 93 car.
Down the back straightaway, Varon battling it out into the turn along with the 21 of Peter Britton. Meanwhile, second is still up for grabs. Pouch is on the outside, will go around the 97 of Hackle and pick up position 2. Remember, Billy Pouch Jr. ran here in the big series this season, so he's got some more laps under his belt at Orange County, where he previously had never raced here a whole lot.
Meanwhile, Jack Lehner takes over slot number 3 back there in the Ollie's Bargain Outlet car. He is closing in, and here comes Pouch Jr. We have just got at the halfway mark, 4 laps down and 4 to go. Can Pouch close up the gap back there? Lehner running in third right now. Hackle running in fourth. Britton's on the outside for battling in spot number 5.
Yeah, Lehner was able to make the move and get around Hackle a half a lap after Pouch did. And now Britton is still battling it out with Varon, trying to make up some ground here and make a challenge for a qualifying spot right now. Shepard leading the way. He's running on the bottom lane. Pouch Jr. running on the outside lane, working the high lane around the legendary Orange County Fair Speedway, and closing up behind him is Ollie's Bargain Outlet Emmerich Associates 02 of the Ginger Ninja Jack Lehner.
Batman Peter Britton moves up to the outside right now, battling with Hackle for the number 4 spot. Hackle fourth, and right giving a shadow in spot number 5 is Batman Britton. He works it way up the banking that time. They all drive away, though, from Bobby Varon in the number 93 car.
This time by, we'll get the Barron's Performance Warehouse. White flag will wave. 1 lap to go. Matt Shepard has got a pretty comfortable lead right now, maintaining the number 1 spot over Pouch and Lehner 2-3. That could be a brief battle now for the last redraw spot, and is still Britton battling it out now down the back straightaway with the 97 of Hackle. Checkered flag will wait for Matt Shepard. Actually, white flag. No, it is the checkered
That
flag.
will be the checkered. Yes, that was. Super Matt Shepard takes the win. Billy Pouch Jr. is second. Jack Lehner will then be third. Top three. Hackle fourth. Britton fifth. Varon sixth. Top six cars now completing heat number 5.
Heat number 5, your winning driver is the 9S of Matt Shepard. The Herlock Automotive Speed, Westmoreland Golf Club 9S Matt Shepard, your winner. Billy Pouch Jr. in the 1 is second, and the 02, Jack Lehner, third. They will qualify, followed by Hackle and Britton. Heat number 6, rolling trackside, pole position. Driving in the Shackleton Aluminum Truck Parts, Sunrise Spray Foam Insulation 27J, the Dr. Danny Johnson. And alongside of him, the Handsome Devil Catering, Iceless 97, Cody Higbee.
Second row, slot number 3 from Genoa, New York, the 82S car, Willie Shields. Willie's running mate's going to be the number 21C car from Johnstown, New York. This is Brian Calabrese.
Third row on the inside, the Comfort Experts 26R, Corey Cormier. Alongside of him, the third will be the 44X. That is the third shot Mafia entry of Shane Jablanca.
Fourth row, spot number 7, Roger Henyon Jr. from Montgomery aboard the number 19 junior car. Over his right shoulder from Cunningham Lake, New York, is the number 280 car. This is Justin Holland.
Row 5 inside on a Wallkill. The 1 is Tyler Dipple. Alongside of him, the Liberty Rock Crushing 24 is Chris Schultz.
Final row, spot number 11, the 15 of Dylan Smith from Thompson Ridge, and Ty Sherlock in the number 1A car from Bloomingburg. We get the green flag this time, and already a tussle for spot number 1. Watch the doctor on the inside.
Working out of the turn, down the back straightaway. Hot and heavy action into the turn. Battle Royale for the number 1 spot. They are still side by side exiting turn number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It will be Danny Johnson over Cody Higbee.
The doctor takes over spot number 1 right now. He says, hey, wait a minute, when I was racing, you were still in diapers. And he's back there at the number 2 spot, Cody Higbee, but a point champion this year, running a good slot number 2 down the back straightaway. Calabrese is 3 right now in the number 21C car.
Working out of the turn. The top 3 are all together now working out of the turn. Yellow, we got trouble somewhere. Caution lights are on. Looks like down to 3 and 4, Will Shields in the 82. Will was one of our late arrivals here at the Speedway. The 82. Regular at the Outlaw Speedway over there in Dundee, New York. Will Shields and the Franklin Ag Services number 82. Pulling away.
1 lap has been scored, 1 down, 7 on deck right now, and Shields drives away.
He's a very versatile young driver. He spent his season running at Utica Rome on the bigger track. Now this year he was running the 4/10 mile at Outlaw Speedway. So he does do a number of the Short Track Super Series North region events. So he does get to test out the various size racetracks.
Jeff, look at that front row. There's about a 50-year age difference between spots number 1 and 2, Danny Johnson, and of course Cody Higbee. Third generation of Higbees here at the Speedway. Of course, his uncle Jerry, of course, was a big factor in a popular race team back in the day when Bobby Botcher drove for that team. And then his father, Jerry Higbee, creating that Higfab fabrication shop, which many of these drivers still use their chassis on a regular basis. And Cody, of course, boy, an up and rising young star, grabbed himself a track championship this year and touched out with success right off the drop of the green in April.
Yep, Cody's right up there. They were with us at Accord at the Battle of the Bull Ring, our first North Region race earlier this year. Cody's had quite the year. And, of course, you were here for all those legendary Danny Johnson, Brett Hearn battles in,
well, I'll tell you.
in those small block, big block era, right, when they could run both divisions.
And that gentleman has not slipped up a notch. Danny Johnson still touching down with success. He had a good run, of course, this season. Running for the Shackleton number 27J team right back here at Orange County. He hasn't forgotten a thing here at the 5/8 mile. Right back out of turn number 4. Pulls into the number 1 spot. Calabrese goes racing with the young Higbee. Calabrese is on the inside right now. Trying to get an early bite, but it's going to be Higbee from the wild side. No, it's Calabrese into the number 2 notch.
Yeah, Brian Calabrese. He's a Capital District driver. Charging down the back straight. He'll pick up the number 2 spot. Here comes Holland now on the 280. Working out of the corner. Down the straightaway, the Mobile Metals number 280 heading into the turn. Holland on the outside, battling with Cormier. Down the back straightaway, right ahead of him is Higbee now. That's a battle for the last qualifying spot.
Holland closing ground on young Cody Higbee, and Holland's up to the outside of the speedway right now. Had the notch going into turn number 3. Looked like he put the binders on just for a split second. Higbee bolts in front of him right now, and a drag race down the home straightaway for the number 3 spot. One of those cars goes into the feature, one goes to the last chance qualifier.
Into the turn, Holland is on the outside, Higbee's on the inside. Right behind them is Cormier down the back straightaway. 3-car duel for 1 qualifying spot as Calabrese is getting a little bit closer now to your leader out of turn number 4, halfway home.
Danny Johnson, somebody back there in the number 2 spot. It is going to be Brian Calabrese in the number 2 slot right now. Top 2 drivers have moved away. Big gap of space to that 3rd place challenge. Holland's got him by a radiator cap on. Higbee down the back straightaway. Holland remains onto the high side. Down the back straightaway. Higbee's got nothing for him. Holland wraps it up in turn number 3 right now. Pick keeps the open side up. Bottom side open for Higbee.
Yeah, here they come. Johnson and Calabrese run 1-2. Holland and Higbee. Holland grabbed third. Higbee's trying to get it back. Holland is keeping the 280 on the outside. Higbee in the 97 on the inside. Cormier right behind them in a battle down the back straightaway with Shane Jablanca. Action all around the 5/8 mile here tonight. 2 to go.
Time winding down. It's going to be Holland to secure that number 3 spot. Higbee right there like a shadow in spot number 4, the Handsome Devil Catering and Barbecue car. Corey Cormier, the Comfort Express number 26 car. He's going to run out of time right now. We're on the top side, just 2 laps to go. Joe Chris gave him that signal that down the back straightaway they travel. And Higbee once again gaining ground on Holland.
Yeah, that battle's not going to end till the Sunoco checker flag waves. But right now we got the Barron's Performance Warehouse white flag waving from Joe Chris. 1 to go. The Dr. Danny Johnson, he probably has his eyes closed right now. He's made so many laps here at Orange County, leading the way down the back straightaway over Brian Calabrese's final circuit.
Shackleton Auto Parts, number 27 J car, the doctor from Rochester, New York. This is Daniel Johnson. Danny Johnson picks up the win. Brian Calabrese will be second. Third is Holland. Good run. Fourth, of course, is going to be the 97 car, Cody Higbee. And fifth is Corey Cormier in the 26, followed by Shane Jablanca, Will Shields, Chris Schultz, and Roger Henyon Jr.
So the Doctor, the 27J, Danny Johnson is your heat winner, followed by the 21C, Brian Calabrese. They go to the redraw. And the 280, Justin Holland, also qualifies. 18 drivers have now been qualified for the Hart Clay finale. The 10,000 to win 50-lap modified feature for the short track Super Series Bob Wilbur Sportswear Modifieds. Stuart Friesen, Anthony Perego, Tanner Van Doren, Matt Williamson, Matt Shepard, and Danny Johnson are your 6 heat winners. There will be a few B-mains or consolations coming up a little bit later for the modifieds. The top 2 from each will go to the BA Custom Headers redraw, which tonight will be done in the pit area with all of the action we have going on the track. But Tim Pitts, we've got 6 heats now for the OCFS Sportsmen.
6 qualifying heat events, of course. Top 3 will qualify.